So, Judge, I'll firstly explain the problem of the status quo. Parents are deciding many things that the children can't decide because of their immaturity. But this is where the problem occurs. Parents are also willing to decide non-reversible medical treatment of the child. What is medical treatment? It is a decision made for a person's health. And this is also not non-reversible. Our goal is to make a society where everyone is healthy and parents don't make silly mistakes and the children are willing to be healthy. So I'll move on to our first argument, which is why are parental decisions wrong? Parents are not professionals. Parents are very likely to make mistakes, such as giving wrong treatment. Parents are not familiar to any of this medical occasion. Now let me explain the specific mistakes. What does it mean by specific mistakes? Mistakes caused by religious beliefs or because parents have emotional bonds with their children. Judge, have you ever heard about Jehovah's Witness? Jehovah's Witness is a religion where they believe people die when they observe other people's blood. What will happen when there is an occasion where we have to give other person's blood to their child? The parents will strongly disagree, and the child might die because medical occasions are not reversible. So I'll move on to our second argument, which is why are doctors better? The doctors are professionals. They live their whole life studying medical occasions, so they are likely to make better and a high quality decision for the child. Secondly, the medical decisions are the purpose of medical decisions are made from the doctors. The doctors who are professionals are and they know more things about parents. They know more things than parents, and they're likely to ensure rights of children's safety and also won't make mistakes. Why is this likely to happen? Because doctors will know what to do in any case. Also, this will lead to our second speaker's argument, and the second speaker will continue, and I'm proud to propose.
When a child's life is controlled by somebody else who doesn't understand you, when pain and happiness is not decided in a balanced way, and when freedom and justice is not handled by the minor's family and the minor, is it really morally correct to let the final say in the medical treatment of minors to belong to their parents? Our team strongly believes that we should leave the final say in the medical treatment to their parents. First, I will outline our model, analyze the stakeholders, and then explain our arguments. But before that, allow me to start with some short rebuttals. They say that parents are not familiar with medical information and might be affected by some subjective factors. For example, they could be affected by religious issues. But our side of the house is not saying that doctors should not be part of the final say. They can make some crucial suggestions and advice, as well as informing the parents about the child's situation. So the parents can make decisions based on the doctor's advice and then based on their own thoughts. However, if there are religious issues like the other team has mentioned, we believe that we should just let the parents make the decision, because when we don't follow their religious rules, and then we let the children to survive and not let them to follow the religion, then the children could suffer in pain, and the parents could suffer in pain too, because they believe that they should follow their religion and it is the best for them. So our model is to let parents make the final decisions, but doctors and medical professionals should give some advice because they know professional information and could give some helpful advice. Our stakeholders are the minors that receive medical treatments, the parents, and the doctors. And please take note that parents are the people that minors 100% trust and loves. And parents gave birth to their children, so they should take part of the child's freedom and rights before they are an adult. Before I move on to my arguments, I'll take one POI.
So, Mr. Doctors are to know this occasion and just know the right decision. than their parents?
We believe that there is no right decision in this case. There's only the decision that is best for the children, and we believe that who makes the decision is their parents. Because doctors, they can provide some information, but parents, they should they take part of the minor's freedom and rights before they are an adult. So they are the most important people that can make the best decisions for their children. Okay, now moving on to my first argument. Parents understand the children more, and they always want the best for their children. They are the closest people to the child, and they always know what they want and what's the best for them. Whereas a doctor would like to make decisions based on the situation in a more logical way. No, thank you. For example, a child has cancer and he is living in severe pain every day. A doctor would obviously try to make him live for a longer period of time and give surgeries, but he will still be living in pain every day. But his parents will want to make him die relatively quickly because they want to end his pain and make him have a happier ending of his life. Parents make subjective decisions on their child based on what they know about them, and parents are the only people that understand them the best. Okay, maybe on to our second argument, moral injustice. A minor does not have the decision-making skills and they are not mature, so their life and emergency occasions, such as the final say in medical treatments, belongs to the parents in the status quo. The children's life should belong to themselves or the parents because their parents gave them birth and they take part of their freedom and rights. The final say is crucial. It sometimes decides a person's life and death. So it is a very serious decision. Because it is a serious decision, we should leave it to the patient's parents. We have to leave it to somebody that the patient 100% trusts. They deserve to have the freedom to decide on what to do about their lives, and their life is not the doctor's life. So in this way, they can just get justice and freedom that all people deserve. Our third argument is about responsibility and obligations. It is the parents' final say or decision on the child. So if there is something wrong with the medical treatment, the parents handle the results and responsibilities themselves. But if the doctor makes the decision and there's something wrong with the surgery, the parents would expect the doctor to take the obligation and responsibility. We don't want the doctors to get blamed or hated or handling responsibilities that they don't have to handle. So in conclusion, our team strongly believes that we should leave the final say in medical treatments to the parents. I am so proud to oppose. Thank you.
As the Deputy Prime Minister of this debate, I will first start with the rebuildings of the Prime Minister's case. We think that parents can make wrong decisions for their child because they can have religious beliefs that cause bad decisions and also emotional bonds. Judge, our side has already told you about the Jehovah's Witness. It's about how they cannot inject and eject blood, and this will give bad luck. But we think, and this will lead to bad decisions from the parents because they think they're doing a right thing for their religion, but actually killing their children. Now I'll move on to our side's rebuttal. They said that parents should make the decision because if there's religious issue, their doctors should follow what they believe. This is wrong because of 2 points. A, what is the purpose of the government? We are here to ensure safety to all children, and this is destroying this purpose because if there's religious doubts, then this will more likely kill this child. And medical treatment is an unreversible thing that parents can't design. We know that parents can decide a lot of things that are reversible. So what do you mean by reversible? Reversible decisions are decisions that you can change and make again. For example, what you eat. This will affect your children a lot. But things like medical treatment may decide life or death. So that's one of our reasons why this is wrong. Now I will move on to my second rebuttal. They said that parents will know more because they know their children more. We think that this is not right because parents might know more about their children, but parents don't know what to give them to their children.
POI, please.
No, thank you. their top doctors will know which problems there are in these children, but unlike the parents, they will know what treatments they need, such as if they're having a cough, but if the parent believes that they shouldn't do anything, but if the doctor knows that this is a serious case that they can't deny, they need to do a medical treatment. But if parents deny this case from the doctor, this will lead to serious problems. Now I will move on to our site's last argument. It is about having the impact of having doctors rather than parents. Doctors are professionals and know more and have already learned more. Things they know more than parents and is more likely to ensure the rights of children's safety. Out of order. And this will likely to ensure children's safety of rights and about children's safety. And also won't make mistakes. Why is this likely to happen? Because doctors will know what to do, such as clear medical surgeries and treatments if necessary, and will more likely to know what they should do in order to be healthier. And to mention again, our site believes that governments should protect everyone's rights and they should keep everyone healthy. So this is one of the reasons why parents should not be a final decision for their medical treatment. Thank you.
Our opponents mentioned how doctors, they are the experts of medicine and treatment. Yeah, we totally agree with this point because they spend their whole life on this career, right? But proposition does not suggest that doctors' opinion on options are unimportant, but rather that their role is an expert advisor to give options, facts, and suggestions, rather to make the final decision. Because the ultimate authority should still rest with parents. And so before I move on to my arguments, I would like to introduce my rebuttals. So 6 pieces of rebuttals. First, they said that the like parents, they're not the expert. So they are not experts, right? So then this is why we need doctors information and options and facts. And still the parents will give the option that is best for their children and not from an objective view. Second, they argued how religious factors might affect the judgment, but we need to respect their religion, right? So if you let the doctors do what they want on their children might survive, but still, it's nope. It's not still not. It's like contracting their religion, and they will not agree, and they will live in pain or even commit suicide. So third, they said that like the parents, they might get emotional, but then their emotion is based on their love and care for their children, and they will give the best suggestion, which I will explain later. Fourth, our opponents argued how they want to ensure safety to all children, but is safety the most important aspect in some certain situation? Because sometimes there will be painful treatments, which I will explain later. Fifth, like they said that it is irreversible. So then it is just because it is irreversible, so we need to give the authority to the parents. At last, so they said that the parents won't understand the options. But this is the doctor's suggestion. Now moving on to my own points. So mainly 3 arguments. First, how parents understand their children more. Second, they will choose the best for their children. And fourth, parents are the ones who carry consequences. So first, by people and ethnic. Yes.
So do you think the parent we clearly said that the decisions are reversible, then do you want do you want to have the best decision or just the emotions decision?
So for this POI, we believe that the parent will make the best decision on children's well-being, which there will be no best decision, right decision, and which I'll extend on later. Now, so from legal and ethical framework, parents are the ones who is the natural and primary supervisor of their children, no matter on biological or emotional bond they share. So they have the deepest and understanding of their children because they live with their children's lifelong, right? And so they know their habits and personalities. Second, how so they carry the consequence. No matter if the consequence is good or bad, they are the ones who carry the responsibility, and they are the ones who provide care. So then this is why we should give authorities to the parents. And so now, in conclusion, we believe that we should give the final decision to the parents because the parents will consider if they for their children's well-being, because sometimes objective might be like painful treatments and which they will regret. So for all these reasons, please vote for us, and we believe that it should be a opposition ballot. Thank you.
I'll start with the team's the final rebuttals. They are saying that they should respect religions. But in this case, this is life or death. It is a matter of seconds, not about religions, and also unreversible means that they will die or will feel extreme pain. Dying or extreme pain. You'll probably choose extreme pain since you would be alive. You should. So I'm gonna move on to my first clash. The child's rights versus the parents' rights. In most risky cases, we will believe on parents' problems resolutions. But in this case, related to life or death, the parents' choice would be not a good choice. Parents cares them so much, and probably the people saying like they'll give best decisions for the child. However, they can be headache as they have the most beloved person of their life to be hurt and physically almost dead, and they'll be like late in choice. So the quick and efficient plus also the thoughtful, the choices of the medics would be the best choice than the parent choice. So on. I'm gonna go to my second clash, as the title of the second clash is the parents' decisions versus the medical's decisions. Even I think our side won this clash, since even though the parents care about them with whole of their heart, the fact that the medical decisions are way better than the reject parental decisions won't be wrong, since, as we said, the doctors are professional and the parents' decisions are reject are only capable of their children's emotions, not health.
POI, please.
Reject. Thank you.
So children's about to die, and there's no way to help him. In this situation, we talk about what could benefit these children the most. Do I think that the parents will always want their children to stay with them longer. This is not what a parent wants to do. Parents love their kids. This point has no doubt. And so that they know their kids is suffering and they can't live any longer. They will finally make the decision to end the suffering. Why doctors can't always do that? Because not all doctors have that much empathy. Doctors did not give the birth to these kids. They sometimes think that they could help the kid to stay alive longer, and they think that this is what their parents want. But in fact, that this is kind of the opposite. We believe that the final say in the medicine treatment of minors should belong to parents instead of professionals because this would benefit everyone the most. So this debate is about whether which side can actually benefit everyone, and mostly about these children the most. So now, in the first point, we believe that doctors should be a part of the process, but they shouldn't be the one to make the final decision. Doctors know more of the medical knowledge, true, but that does not mean that the doctor have the power to make the final decision. Doctors could report the children's condition and let the parents to make the final decision. Why can this help the children the most? Because that the doctors have the lack of one thing, which is love to the children. The parents could listen to the reports and based on the understanding of the child, they can actually
Why
make this decision. And the doctors without this love cannot do this. Please note. Okay, POI accepted.
don't you think? Do you mean that doctors don't have love and won't care about the students and child and will leave them to die?
Okay, look, what is the problem here? The problem here is that the doctors don't understand these kids. The doctors isn't part of their family and they don't understand this. Okay, and the doctors, like, firstly, is not born by them. And also, like, this doctor don't have that much deep understanding of these children, so that cannot make the final decision. Today, they keep saying that parents don't know anything about these medical knowledge and they could make mistakes. They keep saying that doctors are professionals. They can ensure children's safety better. Let's make our decision clear. We would let the doctors who know everything report the conditions, talk about the feelings of the children now, and let their parents do the final decision. Love is something that is harder to create, and all the parents know their children the best. We can
No,
see that in this situation, parents know all about the medical knowledge and have the understanding of the children. Please note that this isn't simply just an emotional decision. Doctors don't understand the children. Why can't we just simply respect the family's traditions? So parents know their kids the best, and parents love their kids. It's a very serious decision whether to end the child's life or not, and it should be left to parents who know the children the best. Which parents want their children to suffer? They, based on their knowledge of their children, they know that what the children like and what the children don't like, and they can make their final decision because of the understanding. And again, the doctors don't have this understanding. Look, they have been talking about the doctors are accurate and parents don't know anything about the medical treatments. They have been talking about this the whole debate. They have been arguing this point and have completely ignored our explanation. Our explanations has been clear. We will let the doctors give advices and let the parents who understand the children and now know the situation to make a decision. And this is better than the doctor making decisions because that the doctor do have the understanding of the children. This is the most important point. So this is why that the doctors actually cannot beat the parents. So now I'll conclude why we want this debate. So this debate is actually about which side can actually benefit all of these people the most and actually benefit the child the most. And we believe that we actually benefit the child the most. Why? Because we have let the parents who understand the kids and know all the situation now because we have the doctors for advice and they actually know everything now and so that they can actually make the final decision, while their side they are just letting a doctor who have no understanding of the children make the decision. How is this actually fair to the children? The doctor don't even know anything and they don't know about the tradition and anything about the children, so why should they make the final decision? This makes no sense. And so our side believe that we have actually benefit the children because the parents understand the children and the children can be happy of the decision because the parents know the children. This is about life and about should we give the life to somebody that doesn't even understand the children? Obviously not. Now we can see that the parents actually know everything out of understand everything about the children and also they have got some these medical knowledges. And so now we believe that the parents can actually make the final decision because they actually know everything and they can actually benefit the children more. And this is the most important point that they can actually benefit the children more. So in conclusion, we believe that the final say of medical treatment of minors should belong to parents instead of medical professionals. Thank you.
I think it is very absurd and unrealistic for the proposition team to believe that parents can actually make wrong decisions. In fact, there are no wrong or right decisions in this debate, in medical treatments as well. There's only the best decision for the child, or the best decision that benefits the child and their family. And the only person that knows how to make the decision that is beneficial for their child is their parents. Oh, and the other team also rejected all of our POIs and failed to engage with our rebuttals and arguments. Okay, so the proposition team, they said that parents can be emotional and subjective, and they can't make better decisions compared to the doctors. They have been talking about this for the entire debate, and they say that doctors are professionals and they know important information medically. We 100% agree on that. Doctors, they studied for their whole life medically, based on what they should do for the children, but that doesn't mean that they can make the best decision that is beneficial for the child and their family. And this is the most important part of the debate. It's the core of the debate. It's which side can make the decision that is better for the children. If one parent rejects taking the treatment because of some religious aspects, then let them follow their beliefs. If the proposition team actually likes the doctors to continue the treatment and make the child survive, do you think the parents and the child can live happily and peacefully for the rest of their lives? The answer is no. We believe that parents are the people that understand the children more. They can make the decisions that are beneficial for them. They can make them lives be happy and peaceful. And we believe that that is actually the most beneficial way for the children to survive and the most beneficial decision in the final say. So in conclusion, our team we proved that parents understand their children more and they want the best for their children so they can make decisions that are beneficial for them. We also proved that it is morally injustice for doctors to make decisions, and we also proved that responsibilities and obligations shouldn't go with doctors. And most importantly, we proved that the way to know who wins is to know which side can make the best decision for their child and their family. Thank you.
I will prove to you, George, by we won by saying about the burden of proof in this debate. We need to prove why parents' decision will affect badly, and we achieve this by saying many examples of what will happen and also lead to death. What did we hear from the other side? They kept emphasizing that doctors are bad only because they don't love them. But they didn't give any examples, and by saying about knowing their children. We told you that there are decisions that parents should make, but there are decisions that they should not. Like this in this case, like this case. To say again, they are only emphasizing that parents know them and know about them, and they should love them and should make better decisions only because they know them and parents are familiar with them. But we think this is not the purpose of this debate. I think the purpose of this debate is what medical treatment can the parents give them? And what can parents think to say what they can? We think that parents' decisions are bad because they can make bad decisions such as not knowing what to do, but mostly if they make decisions such as we already said, about religious beliefs, they will more likely lead to death. And to say again, our purpose in this debate as governments need to save more lives, and we need to say to you that parents should not be there because parents will make bad decisions. Thank you.